Hi, in this problem, we're being asked to sketch the graph. So the first thing we have to do is figure out what this is. So solution. So because there's a plus sign here, two possible candidates are a circle or an ellipse, right? We have the x being squared, the y term being squared, and we have a plus. So it's probably going to be a circle or an ellipse. Now, in the equation of an ellipse, we have a 1 over here. And you'll notice there's a 9 here, but there's not a 9 here. So I don't think it's going to be a circle. So let's go ahead and start by dividing by 36 so that it matches the form of the equation of an ellipse. So this cancels. 9 goes into 36 4 times. So we get x minus 2 squared. And then so this is going to be all over 4 plus. And then this will be y plus 3 squared, and that's all over 36. And then this is equal to 1. Is equal to 1. Okay, so this is an ellipse, right? So if it was a circle, then these numbers would be the same. We multiply by these numbers and we get a circle. But they're different. There's a plus sign. We have 2 squareds, so it's an ellipse. Let's go ahead and find the center. Before we do, though, let me just briefly write down the general formula for an ellipse. So there's two formulas for the ellipse. The first one is this one. I'll write them down briefly. Okay. And I don't really think about the formulas so much, and I'll explain why. And the other one is this one. It's exactly the same, except the A and the B are switched. Okay. And then in all of this, H and K is the center. So basically, in an ellipse, the key point is that A is the square root of the bigger number. So in this case, we're going to use this one because the bigger number is over here. Okay. But notice the formulas are identical, right? They are identical except for the A and the B, for the placement of the A and the B. So in an ellipse, A is the square root of the bigger number. So A is the square root of 36, which is going to be 6. And then B is the square root of the other one. So square root of 4 is just 2, so I'll just put 2. The center is always HK. So you just switch the sign. So the center is HK. So it'll be 2, negative 3. 2, negative 3. All right, let's go ahead and do the graph. Oh, and so because the bigger number was under the y, the major axis is vertical. I'm going to write that down. That's super important. So major axis is vertical. It's very key. And what that means is we're going to go up and down by A when we do the graph of this ellipse. If the major axis is horizontal, we go left and right. And that would occur when the bigger number is under the x, for example, here. And remember, in an ellipse, A is always bigger than B. I should write that down. So that's a key. That's a key thing there. So an ellipse, A is the bigger one, right? That's super, super important. All right, I'm going to draw the y-axis. Make it a little bit bigger here. We got some big numbers. We got a 6 here. Draw the x-axis. There we go. And I'm going to try to avoid using tick marks in this problem. I'm just going to label the ordered pairs, do it a little bit differently than what I normally do. So we'll start by plotting the center, which is 2, negative 3. So I really want to draw little tick marks, but 2, negative 3. So maybe 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'll do tick marks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So there's the center. It just really helps to have graph paper, which we don't have here. So 2, negative 3. Because the major axis is vertical, we're going to go up and down by 6. So from the center, you go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then we're going to go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go left and right by B. So that's 2 in this case. So 1, 2. 1, 2. So right there. Okay, right there. Okay. And then we just connect the dots and hope that it looks decent. So this is the hardest part for me, is connecting these dots. I don't know where it crosses, and that's what's really bothering me. I don't know what the x coordinate is, and I don't really want to find it. So this is just a rough sketch. So forgive me if there's any errors. But the key point is that we have this point, we have this point, we have this point, we have this point, and we have the center. And that's the most important thing. And we have the main shape. We know that the major axis is vertical. So yeah, so in an ellipse, A is always the square root of the bigger number. Good luck.